But today I have the It's a Small World palette from Colourpop. I almost didn't get this one. Like, it kind of annoyed me that they released something that looks like it's an Easter palette, like color story wise, this time of the year. Like, just looking at it, this is not something I am gonna use much, but I figured I would swatch it for you guys. I want to kind of angle this so that, because this has gold metallic on the inside and that always throws off the white balance. But I'll show you real quick. It says love, peace, smile, joy, hope. Put it under this. Okay, that looks like it's okay for now. So I'm just gonna get to swatching it. It doesn't look like there's anything in here that has the little asterisk next to it. I'm surprised this one doesn't, because that looks like it's gonna stain, but we'll just get right into it. This one is called Hello. It's a very smooth, creamy feeling cream color with, if this hand is all red, it's kind of stained from the last video. I just did a video comparing the Jawbreaker palette to the Psychedelic Circus palette from Jeffree Star. So this is a matte cream color with tons of gold micro sparkle in there. Oh yeah, my hand is really stained. It shouldn't mess up the swatches too badly, it's just kind of distracting that my hand is red. Then we have Dream. I think, yeah, that is a Super Shock shadow, kind of very soft, and it's a really pretty white gold. A lot of the Super Shock shadows they've been putting in these palettes lately have like no color payoff to them, but this one is pretty nice. It was easy to pick up. My finger's stained too. It was easy to pick up and swatch and everything, so it glided on nicely. Then we have Laugh. This is a matte, kind of really pale peachy color. That one like almost doesn't show up on me. And the last one in that top row is Smile. I'm wondering if this is another... Nope, that's not a Super Shock. It's a really dry feeling... I'm surprised that picked up on my hand. That feels like an expired... Maybe that is a Super Shock. If it is, it's all dried out, but it's picking up really nicely. I don't like the texture of it. Yeah, that's gotta be a Super Shock because it's not labeled as a pressed glitter. And it's got like that tackiness to it to get the glitter to stick. But it is so, like, this one's so creamy and just glided on smooth, and this one is like you have to work to get it out of the pan. I don't like that color. In my palette anyway, it's very dried out. I'd be curious to know if anybody else, if you got this palette, let me know if yours is super hard and dried out. Then we have Friendship, starting the second row now. That one is not a Super Shock. I know these first two, well, I think that one is anyway. Those first two diamond pans are Super Shocks. This one is not. This is a really pretty, like, periwinkle color. Very metallic. Of course, my son is flushing the toilet now. I hope you can't hear that too loudly. The bathroom's on the other side of this wall, so. Love and Hope is this matte seafoam green color. Oh, that doesn't pick up very nicely. Seafoam green color. Seriously? Did you see that? There's no color payoff to this one whatsoever. What the hell? They're really starting to piss me off lately with the quality of their shadows here. This one feels like it's not going to pick up nicely on a brush either, so let me get... I use this really old Sonia Kashuk brush all the time to pick up shadows that are like hard pressed and don't want to pick up, and this is kind of like I have to scrape it into it to get it color payoff. So what I'm gonna do now is the test I usually do by putting some primer on my hand and seeing if it will stick to that. So I'm gonna put a good chunk of primer there and blend it in. All right, let's see if this works. No, see, even with the primer, this color doesn't wanna... I am like digging into this to get color. It sticks to it, but I mean, it's better than the finger swatch. Not a fan of this color, and not a fan of how hard and dried out that is if that's supposed to be a Super Shock shadow. Okay, so next we have Joy. That's just a regular shadow. That's a metallic light purple. Has some gold sparkle in it too, but I don't know how good that's coming across. That one's not bad, that one's swatched decently. Then we have Imagination. This looks like a pretty blush pink color. This one's a matte. Oh yeah, that one's pretty nice. It's not a super soft matte, but it's pretty. It's kind of like a terracotta. I guess I would call it a terracotta instead of a blush. Then we have Peace. This again does not feel that soft. Looks like it might stain, but it's a really pretty bright teal blue color here. That is beautiful, but I'm hoping it doesn't stain. Not too bad. I have a little bit of blue on my finger, that's about it. And then we have World Traveler. This one looks pretty. This one is I was gonna say emerald green, but it's brighter than that. It's a green that has like a gold flash to it, metallic. That one is very pretty. And then we have After All. This is a matte cranberry color, like a deep, I guess that's more of a wine, a matte wine shade. Another one that, oh, that's very crumbly. It doesn't want to stick, but I think that's because I don't have a base under it. It's sticking to my finger, that's for sure. Let's see how much it stains. Alright, that's why it doesn't have an asterisk. It doesn't stain that bad. I thought sure my finger was going to be super pink. And then the last one is 1966, and this is a metallic red. That one is definitely a good holiday color, but everything else in here just like, it looked like a spring palette to me when I first saw it. So that is the bottom row. Those colors are very pretty together. I really like that blue though. That's kind of a unique blue for them. So, all in all, am I thrilled with this palette? No, I wasn't thrilled with the color story to begin with. And then upon swatching it, I found out that that one is ridiculously hard and feels like it's been dried out. And the Love and Hope one does not have much color payoff at all to it. Even using it on top of a base. So this is definitely one that I would skip. I don't say that too often with Colourpop palettes. This is a skip for sure. Unless you're like super into the It's a Small World ride and Disney and collecting and everything, but it's definitely, it's not an exciting color story in my opinion. It's like a springish Easter type palette, except for maybe the last two colors. Everything else is very springy to me. Doesn't fit for this type of year. And I don't know if every palette is like this, but this one, which is supposed to be a Super Shock shadow, I'm gonna check just to be sure. Let me edit this out and I'm gonna go check on my phone. You know what, it doesn't even say on their website which ones are supposed to be Super Shocks, but I mean, these are the only two that are somewhat squishy. This one is beautiful, glides on like silk. So that one's perfectly fine. This one is like, it's dry, it's gritty. It definitely, if you push on it, it squishes down in the pan, and it's got like that tackiness to it to get the glitter to stick. But it kind of, can you see the glitter like breaking up? It's like if you use cheap craft glitter in Vaseline or something. It doesn't want to spread smoothly like this one does, which is also a Super Shock ship. So the fact that they have one that's really nice next to one that's feels like it's all dried out. I'm familiar with Super Shocks feeling like this, not like this. So like I said, this could be, I could have gotten a crappy one that got dried out or something, but That's why I'm saying, please leave a comment if you also get this palette and if yours is dry or if it feels like a normal Super Shock shadow, because I just wanted to point that out, that that one is very, very rough and gritty and just feels like a Super Shock that's been left uncovered and sitting out for a few months or something. So I hope this was a helpful video for you guys. And let me know if you picked this up or not, and I will talk to you in my next video.